guys, it's Nora. This is going to be our part 2 of making comics. And by the way, part 2 and part 3 can be, you don't have to do those in that order. You can do what I say in the third video first, and then this part second. This is just the order that works best for me, but it's totally up to you. So in this one, and it may not sound that fun, I think it's actually one of my favorite parts of making comics, is doing research and making practice drawings. And it's called visual development. And it means that you're going to be doing a bunch of practice drawings so that when you go and draw your pages, that's not the first time that you're drawing your character. That's not the first time that you're drawing that background. You've been sketching them and figuring out what you want it to look like for a while so that when you do it on the real page, it's not actually that intimidating because you've been doing it for ages. So these are 2 pages that I'm going to show how much visual development helped me make these. I could not have just gone and drawn this right away. Right? So first I'm going to show off this one. So the character in this I've already designed and have been sketching for a while. And I did that with all the characters in this. Made a nice full body drawing of what they look like. And sometimes you can draw them like from different angles because you may be drawing them from different angles. And that way, you know, when you go to do your pages, you know what's going on. You've been doing it. And something that's very challenging about this page is that I'm using a lot of designs from medieval tapestries. And I had to do a lot of research about that. And I also had to learn, you know, all these different designs, and then also how to draw them quickly and not as detailed as they look in real life so I don't lose my mind. So I've been using a lot of books, and I mean, look at that. I can't do that much detail for a panel that you're going to look at for like 2 seconds when you read the story. So I had to look at all this and learn how to translate it into a simpler way. And I did some practice drawings of this setting and tried to figure out what that was going to look like. See? And then this was my test, and I colored it, and I made sure it looked how I wanted it to, and then I went to go draw it on the real thing, and it was a lot easier. And another way that that's true is on this page, and this has a pretty complicated city, and I've never really drawn a city as a setting in any of my comics before, and it's pretty hard. There's a lot of buildings, and there's a lot of detail, and a lot of like angles and perspective and like other really hard things. So some things that helped me were looking at other comics. This was the huge inspiration for working on this, and also it wasn't the first time I drew that. I designed it before, and I used these 2 things to help me draw it on the real page. And it was a big help. And it's not only books that are a great resource with this. You can find amazing pictures on the internet. I love to use Pinterest, and it helps me find exactly what I'm looking for. So using all of that, I was able to do this without much trouble. And it really helped a lot. And it can be really fun because making these sketches can help you realize, oh, if I draw my character like this, oh, that gives like, you know, an insight into their personality. Or, you know, it can help you figure out things about your characters and about your settings, and it does for me. I really like to take my time and sketch my characters a lot before I start actually working on the real thing because it's a lot of fun, and it can help you if you're having trouble coming up with some ideas for your story or, you know, some gaps. It can help you fill them just by doodling, and it's a lot of fun. So next time we're going to be talking about writing and making your scripts. So I hope you watch the next one.